Thank God for that.
Good evening. Welcome back to the Think It's All Over, your weekly football podcast from four writers who should know better but don't. Guess which one of us isn't ready to start? Go. How are we doing, lads?
Very prepared. Very prepared.
Yeah. How are you doing, Crippy? Have you finished your homework yet, mate?
The homework, that's a week
Not too
later.
bad, cheers. Are we doing Lazarus?
Yeah.
Yeah, good time, mate.
Oh, there we go. He's done his homework. Fucking hell. Come in another way, but he hasn't made himself a cuppa, so it's a bad time to be a Crippy.
He has. He's left the cardboard. He's left the cardboard cut out there while he goes and puts the kettle on.
I think he actually has.
It's my bloody dial-up. Am I back yet? It's my dial-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back, yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. This
is going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Already starting.
I mean, if you're watching us, it's your own fault. If you're watching me, it's your own fault. I will say, I've never been professional.
Oh, no, never. Everything. I've got everything I need to continue now, so that's all good. Thanks, Crippy. So we'll kick off as always, looking back at our score predictions from last week. Very colourful chart this week. There we go.
That's a bit better.
Yeah.
It's a bit, look how close the scores were. If Crippy had got off that fence just a little bit more, he could have carried it up there. But look at that, we all got one right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, mine's green. I'm wrong.
What? Where?
You put Chelsea 4-0 and green. You put 2-2.
And me as well.
I was going to get a beat like, but yeah.
There were
to be
4
fair,
goals.
I did do this yesterday, and I wasn't very well.
I know there was 4 goals, but yeah, credit.
Yeah, why did you say anything?
How
You
have
should
I
have got the green.
How have I done that twice? 2 completely different scores.
We need a recount now, don't we?
Oh, well, fuck yes. You only got 6.
That takes away points. Yeah, I've done terrible.
Oh, well. Me and Andy still did well, though.
I think we need to check after that. Bloody hell.
We're going to have to go back every week now. No, yesterday I did that, and I was on a different planet, so that's my excuse. I still won. That's all I care about. Anyway, let's get stuck into this week's talking points. We did have a sort of a bet going on, didn't we, whether Conte would still be in a job by the time we started tonight. Still hanging on.
Somehow.
Just. Who's echoing? Is that you?
If that's me, I apologise to everyone listening to this podcast.
Of course, it's
I hope the echo will disappear now.
Where's your fancy pink beats, man?
I have to get them back on. Has it gone now?
I don't know, because I know what's saying now.
I couldn't hear it anyway.
Oh, it's just me then. Super sensitive hearing. Unless it's you, Andy, and that's why you can't hear it.
My quick headphones are all right.
Yeah,
why do I believe
I didn't pay for them. I didn't pay for these, but they're quite good.
Anyway, back to Conte. We've got Crippy there with was Conte wrong though? Was he?
I loved it. I thought, what a great run. I mean, you can't do it as a manager, obviously, but he's saying what everyone's been thinking for years about Tottenham, calling them just like a loser mentality, and saying that, you know, kind of, he could play it down and say he wasn't taking a shot at Levy, but he obviously was taking the bigger shot at Levy, saying you're part of this too. You're just not, you're investing some, but not quite enough to make Tottenham actually winners. But it's funny because he kicks off at the time where they've like bottled two cups. So it's like, yeah, you're right about Tottenham being losers, but you've also not done your remit as manager as well. Like lost to Sheffield United, didn't name the cup. Yeah. So it's like you've also need to bulk your ideas up, mate.
Yeah, it's a strange one. Like I say, coming out and just attacking your players publicly like that, and the board by definition as well. Bit of a strange one. And how you expect to keep your job after that, I do not know.
No, it's a good way of taking the heat off yourself, though, isn't it? In a way, turn it to so everyone's talking about your rant, not about your performance as manager.
Yeah,
Quite a good shield.
Somehow make yourself the victim as well, which
Yeah.
The only thing he missed out was he should have just gone, what do you think of Tottenham? Shit. What do you think of shit? Tottenham, thank you.
Got a new name in the frame here, Mark Farrington.
Exactly, Mark.
Only thing missing Conte's rant was in common Spurs.
Yeah.
That would be class. Yeah, so isn't going to go. I mean, they're talking about it, aren't they?
They don't give him the money, do they? They don't want to pay that compensation money, do they? You can tell that they want to punish him, but what do you do? If you keep him in charge, it's going to be terrible for the players. But if you sack him, he gets a ton of cash. They have to pay him off, don't they? So
doesn't get that much though, does he? He's only got a couple of months left on his contract.
3 months left, I think.
Oh, is that 3 months?
At the start, over 3 months. Yeah, I'll just pay him it now.
Yeah.
He just wants out, doesn't he? I think.
Yeah, I forgot he didn't have a long-term deal at Tottenham. That might be why he's. Yeah, that's definitely why he's kicked off.
Doesn't help that like all the players are like practically openly begging for Poch to come back.
Yeah.
Actually, just side effects of his operation. He was on that many drugs, he just went absolutely nuts in the press. Fucking class one.
Before he was still in charge of Chelsea, that's why he was just having to fix it.
To be fair, that's like that's almost the football manager equivalent of someone saying that the phone was hacked after calling someone a cunt on Twitter.
Jonny Nescott sending that picture of a car, pretending he did it.
Have you seen he was on some podcast and he was like, no, genuinely, that happened. I didn't mean to do it. I was like, shut up, Jonny. Tweet a picture of a car.
Think how hard that is to do in your pocket as well.
He was like, oh, no, one of the lads was behind a car. I think it was Jack Grealish. Oh, yeah, just throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
He was on my phone and I was trying to send him the car and this. And like, yeah, all right, then.
Okay, mate.
Ridiculous.
Whatever you say.
Tottenham could have a really bad end to the season, couldn't they? Because Newcastle got 2 games in hand, 2 points behind. Liverpool obviously catching up as well. They want to get the top 4. So it could end up being a horrible time for them.
That's what I was thinking today. Like, this could literally go either way because they could get the new manager bounce or just the whole sense of relief of Conte being gone. The players might kick into gear or going managerless could just absolutely buckle them. So,
because I think what would you do as an owner? They obviously are going to want a new manager for next season, but do you get someone interim now, or do you just have like a coach step up just to tide them over? But this could well be. This is important, though, isn't it? It's really important to get this right. Yeah, just ridiculous.
Yeah. Amazing. He's got fingers in his back pockets. That's all it is. Idiot. So do you think if he does go by this weekend, is Poch coming straight in or are they going to wait till summer?
May as well stick him straight in, haven't you?
I think Poch will wait till the summer. See who else comes in for him.
Do you think? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
But at the same time, he's got no offers coming in, as he don't think.
Depends how bored he is sat at home. And yeah, like you said, no offers.
It's another one of them jobs, though, isn't it? Spurs. It's like who'd actually wants it.
I was going to say, would Poch want to go back? The problems are the same. What's changed at Tottenham since he left? It's the same issues, isn't it? Exactly. And if they don't get top 4, you've got a team that you have to play in the Europa League, trying to build a new team together. So you're not going to get any good players want to come. Kane's going to want to leave. There's a few that that they're going to struggle to hold on to. It doesn't seem like a good time to go back to Tottenham if I'm Poch.
No. I think this is the year they lose Kane.
I think
Thomas Tuchel, he's going to go back. He'll go back to London.
That's a good shout.
Yeah, not a bad shout.
It's weird because they always have that little merry-go-round, don't they?
They do. They still.
Yeah. Sure there was somebody else I'm trying to think of now. Conte.
Jose.
Mourinho.
Liam, Jose. I just forget Jose Mourinho. That's the biggest one. But yeah, they're a funny little club, aren't they? Just perennial underachievers. Always teetering but never delivering.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, whose fault is it?
Yeah.
Can't all be down just to Levy. He's trying. He is throwing money at it. But then he's also throwing problems at them by hiring the wrong managers and sacking them straight away.
But I think it's what Conte said as well. He said that it's acceptable to be mediocre. He didn't say it in those words, but that's what he inferred when he said the levels, it's accepted that, it's okay, we'll go again next week. There's not that winning mentality, where some clubs instill that regardless of manager, where it's expected of you to be a champion. And winning players stay, losers are sold. Players that don't have quite that grit, that mentality, they get sold, they move on. Even if they're good players, sometimes you see that with clubs. They'll be ruthless if they want the mentality to be in it training, hard tackles in training, always fired up, same as on the pitch. And at Tottenham, maybe they're just too nice. They're too nice, they're too happy to accept less. So maybe that's part of it too.
Strange place to be, though, isn't it? When you've got that amazing stadium and you're just happy to plod along, just about qualifying for Europe and doing nothing with it.
Like I said with Kane, you've got one of the best strikers in Premier League history, and you've not built around that. How many teams have got a player like that scores pretty much a goal every other game with that? At his worst season, it's just ridiculous. You literally struck gold that he came through your academy, struck gold that Buddy Sherwood played him, and he got good pretty quickly. So there wasn't even that he didn't need that much time to bed in after all his loan deals. But the team around him just has never been good enough to take. They had one good season, didn't they, where they challenged Leicester and Arsenal. Somehow finished third in a 2-horse race, and then that's been the best of Tottenham. And also the Champions League final.
It sums them up, though, doesn't it? Finishing third in the 2-horse race.
It really does.
But this point from Bash is a good one, because I wrote a piece about this today from a Newcastle perspective. If Chelsea and Man United win their respective European competitions, they get Champions League qualification along with Arsenal and Man City. Which means
so funny.
If Man United drop out of the top four, fourth place becomes Europe. And it happened to Spurs before it could happen again.
I swear they hit like 70 points as well. They had a really good season and they got screwed over.
Yeah.
Imagine that, though. You get that top four, last game of the season, celebrating, and wait. Actually, no, we can't. We've got to wait until next Saturday to see if Chelsea win.
Don't plan out on a Thursday for the next 6 months.
Couldn't happen to a nicer club. Right, next up.
I was just going to quickly say, is everyone sort of in unison that Conte has to go? Is that the general consensus with everyone? It's hard to sort of salvage that.
You can't see him coming back from it, can you?
It's an untenable.
Players are going to be pissed off, aren't they? It's kind of slagged everyone off. Not taking responsibility.
Even if Daniel Levy forgave him and understood what he was saying, the players won't. They already wanted him out before that anyway, and now they'll be like, "Fuck you, then you prick, get back to Italy."
It's like with Nathan Jones, isn't it? When you kick off like that and make a tit of yourself, the players are just going to turn out and they're going to say, "Mate, you're an idiot. You've got your head in the clouds. Like we're not. You've got no authority here now."
No one will beat that. No one will beat that. David Brent from Jones, that was ace.
I feel I'm the best coach in Europe. All right, mate. Calm that down.
When I was at Luton was the best team in Europe. Right, Jack Kenny's in the house. Liam's not even going to acknowledge him because he's fucking.
I'll literally just send him a message. I'll just reply.
The disrespect.
Fair enough. Let us move on to referees getting punched to death on the pitch and kicked and all this other stuff.
And apparently, nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see
I want to see that.
So Mitrovic got sent off for Fulham at the weekend for pushing the ref. Justified, I think. It was a fairly obvious, uncalled for push, and then he squared up to him, which didn't help.
The referee from Greater Manchester, I need to add as well, by the way.
What was that, sorry?
The referee from Greater Manchester, refereeing Manchester United.
Seriously?
Yeah. He's from Wigan.
Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't know that. But yeah, obviously, Mitro got sent off. Who else got sent off? It was like 3 red cards in 40 seconds.
And Marco Silva.
Yeah, that was it. William and Silva.
Yeah.
So the push from Mitro, he's on course for a 3-game ban. Apparently, is it referee protection? 181 days ban? Does that take to the end of the season and beyond? Or
yeah, well,
I think it was it was half the year, isn't it?
Yeah, half the year, 6 months.
It's mad.
I reckon I'll get 10-game ban. That's usually what they go to. It's 10 games, I think.
It's going to be big, isn't it? Like we said, you said before we came on that they're going to make an example out of them.
Yeah, they have to, because it's been bad this season when it comes to refs getting hassled and harassed again. Because at the start of the season they say the same thing: dissent, we're going to really be hot on dissent, and they forget months in, don't they? You see players cried in the ref again, and it gets ignored. So until they're consistent about this, I don't think anyone can argue as well. Really, can it? It was awful. It wasn't good. Not good conduct.
I wish he'd nutted him or something. At least get the ban and take the ban.
Yeah.
At
least make it worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to do it properly. But you'll be happy though, Andy, because now there's less chance of Mitro facing you. And you were saying before that 3 games would have took him nicely to come back for Leeds.
Yeah, would have been perfect timing for him to come back to play against us. Yeah.
So you'd just be quite happy if they just said it was a 4-game ban.
Yeah, 4 will do. Yeah, don't care about the rest.
Sufficient. At least the ref didn't do the same as Paul Alcock after Decani got pushed.
Yeah, that was quality.
Never seen pathetic.
Paul Alcock should have booked himself for diving. It was the linesman as well that Alan Pardew assaulted.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Give him a slight tap on the shoulder, nearly killed him.
Yeah. I remember when Aguero put his hand on the Lino's shoulder as well. I think it was Sean Macielis. I think he put on the shoulder, and then the media went absolutely mad and was like, "That's not the same. That's not a push. That's just putting the arm on the shoulder." And yeah, it's not. Don't be weird, but just they got excited about that one.
Hook, line, and sinker, and Jesus.
Bruno went 7-0 and did a similar thing to the linesman. Nobody bats an eye. Man United, so nothing's mentioned. Similar though, not the same.
Yeah,
he did it like
Mitrovic
one.
But as we'll go on to it, Mateus Nunes did get sent off for the exact same thing.
Yeah,
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, so there is a pure lack of consistency. Stuart Burt was the line. Oh, that's the fucker.
I've completely forgotten that.
Fulham would have won that match. Man United was so poor. I think we'll make an example of him. Will be a 3-month ban and a hefty fine. Good shout.
Yeah, I think so.
The worst possible time for Fulham as well, because they're flying out. They're Fulham. They're really doing well. So that's going to scupper their chances of Europe. That
Mitrovic is key to that as well. So
yeah.
I was saying to Bash before I got on that thing is Marcus Silva can't even have a go because he got himself sent off too, arguing about a clear penalty. So it was like you've lost your head, your players lost your head as well, so you've all got yourselves to blame. You can't even be like you've let the team down because you got yourself sent off too, kicking off. And it was I don't know what they're arguing about. Like are they saying it's not handball? Bizarre. Of all the things to kick off about.
Yeah, I don't understand what their beef was, but
well, they're saying it wasn't a red. If they're saying maybe a red card's harsh, maybe they might have a point. I don't know.
But it has to be. It was going in.
Yeah, it's the goal, isn't it? He leans into it with his arm. So
my only thing is with Chris Kavanagh is he's had history with this though. He did the same for Ancelotti against United. Ironically, we had a goal just allowed in the last minute, and instead of just having a conversation with Ancelotti, he was like, "Nah, I can't do all this. I'll send you off." Same with Marco Silva. Okay,
what do you know?
They need to start taking accountability for decisions and things like that. Yes, it was a clear handball on the line. Can't argue it, but come on, he's pissed off because his team's just thrown away FA Cup semi-final away at United, and he's going to be angry. Give him a yellow card.
There's only one.
Then another one. I know
they were still in the game, man. That's what's crazy, isn't it? They were still in the game until like Mitrovic thought, "I got an idea. I'll keep arguing with the ref and let's hope the ref will change his mind." Because that's what they do. the line you shout, the rest, you got a point, mate. Yeah, you're right. Not a penalty. Smart guy.
I'll square up there as if I'm going to headbutt him.
Like just the peacock chest at him as well. He's like, "Go on, then." It's like, mate, why are you squaring up to a ref? What's he going to do?
It's a good point by Jack. We're missing the sexy pink beats.
I got the sexy. I got these ones in Jack. They'll come back. The pink headphones will be back.
He's gone inner ear today.
I don't think the slick dickhead that Lee Evans takes the piss out of in his stand-up. Don't know if you ever heard that. On his Excel tour, he'd be like, "Yeah, the Bluetooth, yeah. What is that in my ears? Fuck off!"
Okay, now that is going back.
They cost $9.99.
Oh, mint. Mark saying, I think Silva was cooking from the penalty that they wanted before. Right, so he was still boiling over. He had a penalty shot in the first half, definite pen, but I didn't look at it. Which brings us on nicely to VAR's massive fuckery at the weekend. On Friday night, Newcastle versus Forest. Elliot Anderson gets his first senior goal for the club. VAR does everything in its power to piss on his chips. Can anybody, like what we're like 5-6 days later now, anybody know how they managed to come to that conclusion yet?
Well, I have the same opinion, and I've had it for the past 18 months, or how long the VAR has been in charge. It's the Premier League's way of making things exciting. Keeping the league how they want it. Let's have a relegation battle that goes down to the wire. Let's have the Champions League race that goes down to the wire. Let's have a title race that goes down to the wire. That goal is everything for the relegation, because Forest get dragged back into it.
Yeah.
But so therefore it would have been good for them to let it stand, no? Drag some
feels
back.
like they fish sometimes, doesn't it?
I feel like they want, from my opinion, they want someone different to go down. Whether it be Everton, West Ham, Leicester, Leeds, someone else.
Yeah, incompetence. The only answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I've looked at it several times, and while I understand the reason why they didn't give it, like in the sense that they thought that it wasn't a deliberate play for the ball by Felipe, I don't understand how they, how they got to that conclusion. Because it was clearly a deliberate play for the ball. It was a deliberate
Isn't
stretch.
every action a deliberate play for the ball, though? Like, you try and block the ball, you're deliberately trying to play the ball by blocking it. So every movement's a deliberate play.
No, because then, like,
unless it just hits them by accident. But
yeah, I was going to say, literally 2 seconds later, I think it was Nicate or whatever you call him, blasted the ball off Longstaff, and that brought Longstaff into the offside position. So Longstaff knew naught about that. So by the same token, not every movement is a deliberate play for the ball. But if you looked at Felipe, if he'd left that, he knew if he'd left that, there was a goal. So he had to put his foot in.
Yeah,
he couldn't control where it was going to go, but it was a deliberate attempt to block that ball.
They make it up as they go along.
100%. Because then, like I say, it's touched again by another Forest player before it gets to Sean Longstaff.
Yeah.
Who wasn't interfering with play until Felipe and the other defender brought him into it. So it's like, how the fuck have you come to this conclusion that Longstaff was offside in that run-up?
I was watching it again just to sort of see, as you were talking, just to see how, it is really blatant. Like I said, 2 Forest players touch the ball before he does. It doesn't, both of them deliberately touch. So it makes no sense.
We do have the graphic that they pulled up on Sky with the rule. So the laws of the game, law 11, rough side, deliberate plays when a player has control of the ball with the possibility of passing the ball to a teammate or gaining possession of the ball or clearing the ball. So Felipe was either trying to pass it off to Niakate or just put it out for a corner, deliberate play. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Following criteria should be used as appropriate as indicators that a player was in control of the ball and as a result deliberately played. Ball that travelled from distance, Dermot Gallagher. Was it Dermot Gallagher who does ref watch?
Yeah.
Jobsworth, he said the ball had travelled from a distance. I mean, distance is very subjective, but he had clear view of it, so that's fine. Ball was not moving quickly, not overly. Direction of the ball was not unexpected, absolutely not. And the player had time to coordinate the body movement, i.e. it wasn't a case of instinctive stretching or jumping or a movement that has achieved limited contact to control. And the ball moving on the ground is easy to play in the ball in the air. Ball was pretty much on the ground. So literally every single point applies to that decision.
Can we
got every one of them wrong.
Could we just go back to when we had two blokes with a flag who just said you was offside or not?
And as much as they got it wrong quite often, you just accepted it then, didn't you?
But it's part of the controversy of the game. It swings and roundabouts. You get the rub of the green, and next week it doesn't work. It's just that's how it is. It makes the game more exciting.
You bitch about
we know we don't get the rub of the green there. Come on, Andy.
Well,
we won't get the rub of the green there. We're both away at Old Trafford at the 90th minute and get a goal. That's definitely offside.
We know that. It's true, Bash. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it does, Bash. Yeah, it's not consistent, is it, every week?
Like you said, you're going back to the two guys with the flags and the ref in the middle. Yes, they get it wrong, and you bitch about it, you move on. But with VAR, they take 3 minutes to come to the wrong decision and have every fucking camera angle available and every slow motion replay available and still get it wrong.
Yeah.
How? It's like
that's it. If you've got two linesmen and they get it wrong, it's just a human error. So that can be sort of, oh well, fair enough, you got it wrong. But yet they sit there getting the rulers and protractors out and working all these lines out, and they still get it wrong half the time.
It's like, it wasn't even the fact that VAR said it was offside. They even called him over to the fucking monitor and made him look at it. And he still went, oh yeah, I agree with you. How many people are in the VAR booth? About 5.
When it comes to offside, they just need to do what they did at the World Cup. It was clear. You could see what was offside. It was his toe. Right, well, he's offside. We can't argue.
Yeah.
It's clear. You can see it.
Yeah. But that wouldn't have helped in this situation because it was the whole interpretation of whether Felipe deliberately played the ball.
Oh, yeah, with that one. That's fine.
Because obviously Longstaff was in an offside position. There's no disputing that. So, what's this here? What's the point? Who doesn't want to say that? What was this? Everton can't go down if they won't come straight back up. What's the point? Jack's back.
That's what I add. He's supposed to be ill, by the way. He's got a cough.
How do you know he's not lying in his bed using his phone?
Yeah, he might be on his phone, yeah.
This little hour where he gets to abuse you through his fucking screen is all he's got going on in his life today.
Jack said he's ill, and I, for one, believe him.
Anyway, let's move on to another fucking ridiculous possible decision. We don't know yet. Jonny got sent off playing against Leeds. Nearly fucking snapped Ayling's leg into a million bits. We have the image here. Pretty bad, yes?
Yeah.
That's GBH.
Just want to add one more. Sorry, I know it's going back to Everton, but Van Dijk wasn't sent off for that exact same tackle.
Another case for consistency and absolute bullshit. But Wolves have the audacity.
He's not that player.
He's what?
When they go, oh, he's not that kind of player. When they show videos of him doing the exact thing they're claiming that he doesn't do.
He's not that kind of player, but he's just done exactly that. What
yeah.
Jonny, that's nasty. To appeal this.
No,
it's
dangerous.
I don't mean this as a pun, but surely they haven't got a leg to stand on.
I mean, still images make things worse, but in real time, it looks so bad as well.
Yeah, there's no saving it, is there? I mean, the intent might not have been there, but the action was definitely there.
And dangerous tackles get punished, even if they're not meant to.
The intent was there, you could tell.
Love.
Yeah, Team Jack.
VAR was perfect in the World Cup. It was. Wait, not perfect, but it was a damn sight better than it is in
the offside is what I meant. The offside calls, you couldn't argue with them.
So, Jonny, if I think it was Andy, you said, wasn't you? If his studs were planted there, his career's over.
Oh, yeah. Game over.
Yeah, you can break your ankle for less.
Yeah. At what point do they think they've got any case there for that to be reviewed?
Well, say it was initially given as a yellow, and then he went to VAR and checked it and watched it about 40 times, and he gave a red.
So they're not going to overturn it, are they?
They can't.
The on-field referees had a damn good look at it several T5 times, so it's not getting overturned.
What's the criteria when they're looking at it again and again? It's like, had his ankle bent enough yet? Is that not a degree? Like, look at the picture, man. It's just give the red.
Wolves are opinion Nunez's red card, not Jonny.
No, that's been appealed and it's overturned. But on Saturday, the Lopetegui said he was going to appeal it.
Embarrassing.
Fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Cheers, Bash. Thanks for that image.
We've both broken limbs.
How lovely.
Tasty limbs.
Anyway, away from shitty decisions, we all had a pretty decent weekend, did we not? Picking up points and whatnot.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. What was your comment, Crippy, about Andy when it was? What was it? 3? Was it 3?
He was spot on. To be fair,
working himself to death.
my hands are still red.
I nearly jinxed it, didn't I? Because they were 3 up when I started, and I looked at the end results. Like, oh dear, nearly fucked you up, mate. But fair play to Leeds.
I thought it was coming. To be fair,
everybody's sick. Damn good win that though. Fucking hell.
It's just typical us though. Even at 3-0, and then they got one back, and I said to my lad, I was like, "Here we go, get ready for it."
Yeah.
Then 3-2 was like, "Oh, here we go. We know what's coming here." And then literally that red card again saved us.
Yeah.
But it was expected because instead of it'd been 11-11, they would have equalised easily. They was on top for massive parts of that game. But like I say, we just had 4 decent chances and scored 4 goals. When was the last time we scored 4 goals? I can't even remember.
Wasn't under Marsh, was it?
Especially away from home.
We was lucky to get 4 men up front under him.
Liam, your boys picked up a point. Unexpected.
Yeah, but
you had them for 4-0, so
I did. But the thing is, I was speaking to Jack about it before. The first goal, someone's offside. Just want to put that one out there. If you look at the pictures, and on the penalty, Conor Gallagher's encroaching, and I know full well if that's an Everton penalty, that's getting retaken.
It gets picked up.
But like I said, don't matter. Take a point. Ellis Sims just sent Koulibaly back to fucking Naples.
That was a nice goal. That was a nice goal.
God.
Yeah.
I'm just glad someone else can just appreciate how good it was.
Yeah. His first touch, Koulibaly didn't expect it. Yeah, he embarrassed him so much. It was a nice goal.
I'm surprised you guys didn't hear me celebrating.
You did. Just do it in a voice note. Ellis Sims is the one that was on loan at Sunderland, didn't he?
Yeah, that's my some tribute to Sunderland. It was their song. Ellis Sims on my mind. He was Sunderland's number 9. Doesn't work.
Did he score 2?
No, he scored 1.
Just one, sorry. Just one, yeah. Yeah, it was a good goal.
Corey scored the other.
That was it, sorry, yeah.
But the mentality's right, though.
They got the mentalities right.
Oh, yeah. We conceded, and it was like, let's go for it. It was weird.
I think Dyche has made a big improvement then.
Yeah. And I just like his shitaggery as well. I love it. Because there was a chance in the first half. We won kick-off straight away, so we switched hands. It's like little mind games that play a big part. And I think Felix played a 1-2 and he went past Tarkovsky and he just dragged him back, like Chiellini on Saka, and he get picked up on anyone. And it was right in front of Sean Dyche. He could not miss it. And he got asked, he was like, didn't see it. He most definitely did.
Absolute shithouse. Love it.
Everton have picked up 5 points in the last 3 games and they've won 3 of the last 4 at home, keeping clean sheets in the games they won. That's what Dyche does. Solid base to build from.
Damn right. Any comment on the grannies in headlocks there, Liam?
I don't know. I mean, headlocks, yeah, but grannies. That's rude, isn't it?
Yeah,
granddads. Yeah.
Crippy, your boys picking up 3 points.
Yeah,
very them strong under
Bournemouth.
Flying the Villa. Flying out.
Well, I was buzzing because we went above Chelsea temporarily, then they fucking came overtake us again. So we've been 11th for so many weeks, man. We're miles ahead of Palace or whatever. But yeah, no, we're doing good. I'm hoping that it's going to be sort of mid-table, top half. We're going to push Chelsea for that spot. I'm not sure if we're going to pit them, but everything's going nicely swimmingly under Unai. Just would have been nice to see Watkins. If we saw Watkins make the England squad, I'd have been doubly happy. But I'll take every little victory I can. I thought he deserved it more than Tony.
Well, obviously, because Tony's a cheat.
Yeah.
Still playing, still scoring goals, and now getting picked for England. I don't get it.
I know. But yeah, we got 3 wins out of our last 4. Unbeaten in 4 games. Very good run at the moment. Cannot complain.
Well, actually, I've got a form table here that Andy's asked us to put up, which is the last 4 games. So since Javi Gracia took on Leeds, they're 5th in the form table. Villa up there and 2nd in the last 4 games, which is mental.
Yeah. We're all in the top half.
9. Yeah. Newcastle 7.
Newcastle 7. Nice.
We only played 3 games out of that as well, so that's good. Man United at the bottom there, which is hilarious, but they have only played 2 games.
Are you a bit happy now, Ash, with Newcastle? Back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back wins is good. I'm hating the international break because it ruins the momentum.
Yeah. Isaac's scoring as well.
Oh, yeah. Picking up on something that Liam said earlier on about like shithousery and mind games. Kieran Trippier was just superb on Friday, hogging the ball as if he was going to take that penalty. And then
pass it on,
just pass it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tony had a bet on that call up. He damn right he did. Him and all his mates and his father.
Yeah.
Another weird thing that's happened this week was Roy's back.
Yeah.
How the hell?
Strange.
It's like, I know he's only there till the end of the season, but he's 186-year-old. What's he going to do?
Safe pair of hands, and he doesn't rock the boat. They loved him, Roy, because he's soft, isn't he? He's kind of soft touch as a manager. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. I mean that he'll let players off a bit. He'll chill out a bit more at a time where they probably feel quite stressed out and whatever because things aren't going well. So Roy's the kind of manager who you'll have one of the worst games of your career. He'll come over, put a hand on your shoulder, and he'll say, "Next week, mate, you'll be fine." And that's all.
Patrick Vieira was a nutcase.
No, I can imagine he's quite intense, isn't he? He's got high standards, and when you're losing every week like that, and the manager's getting on your case, I can imagine players can sometimes have the opposite reaction to what you want. Whereas Roy will be, like I say, hand on the shoulder. He'll come in and be more gentle touch. Won't do anything crazy to. He's not going to come in. I said to Bash before the pod that he's not going to come in and do double sessions, rinse the players' fitness and all that nonsense. He'll just try and keep it simple. And like I say, he'll try and boost the morale first than anything else.
Think you'll keep them out of danger?
I think so, yeah. I like Roy. I think he's a good manager.
Well,
the squad's good enough.
They're up in 12th, but their form is shocking. But yeah, Roy should, like you say, he'll steady the ship, won't he?
Yeah, I know he's not like a sexy appointment, but he is. They were playing decent football under him for a time because he loves his young technical players.
Certainly isn't sexy.
But yeah, Roy does. He did enjoy having those kind of players at his disposal when he was there the first time round. So I think you'll see them express themselves a bit more. That's what Roy will bring.
Yeah. So looking at the table there, 14th and 15th for Leeds and Everton there. Happy with that, lads?
Well, yeah, our fixtures, considering we lost to Arsenal away, drew away at Forest, beat Brentford, draw at Chelsea. Take that.
Take that all day, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so with our fixtures, we had Southampton, which was a must-win. We lost to Chelsea, drew with Brighton, and beat Wolves away. So from them 4 games, 7 points returned is pretty decent for us.
It's really good. It's coming at the right time for you, I think.
Well, having Rodrigo back as well, having a striker who can just shoot, that helps.
Yeah, who actually will shoot. Yeah. Bash saying no point of international break coming off a busy season in the World Cup. There are too many competitions now.
Yeah.
Like you've got all the qualifiers, and then you try and weave this Nations League bullshit in the middle of it all.
And a friendly into as well. Sometimes don't they try and get
just tone it
ridiculous.
Down.
So much travelling.
Like I said, this season, especially when you've had a World Cup in the middle, they should have done something about the international fixtures around.
Plan ahead, yeah.
Anyway, let us move on because obviously, because it's an international break, we're not doing any score predictions. So we have done Premier League predictions. I've got a bone to pick with Andy. I'm going to start with Andy's because me and you's going to have words with each other. What the fuck, man? 7.
Wow.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Jesus Christ. Fucking, I was bouncing when I saw that, and then I saw that the one you did before where you had missed a few off. We were 8th. What have I done to you? What have I done to piss you off?
I sent you with the messages out on Crippy's fence. Every game was 1-1 or 2-1.
Yeah.
More splinters in your legs. Jesus. I mean, you weren't being realistic. Look where fucking Leeds are.
Look at that. Look at that.
Well, that's only 3 wins more than we've got now.
Oh, perfect.
Seriously?
Surely we can get 3 wins till the end of the season.
It's possible.
Well, Forest, Southampton, and Bournemouth to go down, I think that's pretty sensible. Like,
Awful points tally in those 3.
At the end of the day, from 12th downwards, as long as we're closer to Villa than anybody else, I don't care about anything else.
So you've got Spurs nicking that last European spot. Interesting call. Liverpool hitting the top 4. It's a very strange table, mate. Gotta be honest. But then again, mine's no less daft.
Let's see how many of you got these to get relegated.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I have got a shocker in the relegation places. Like,
oh God, is it like?
They were there last week as well. When we did it last week, but we didn't have time to go through them. So I redid it this week, and they're still in there. West Ham. I don't know. I think it must be their run-in. I don't know. But,
just to interrupt you there. I had Leeds to win 9 games. You've got Leeds to win 10. What have you been smoking?
All right. I don't know. I might just like too much.
Just wait for mine. Just wait for mine.
I've got Everton finishing 12th. You lot have made me soft. You've made me like teams that I never had any fucking inclination to.
I'll take that now. So I'm sure Liam will. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially West Ham going down. Oof, I love going into work now.
Poor old Eddie.
All right, Eddie.
Look at the top.
Goal difference.
Wow. Goal difference.
I couldn't believe that when I saw that. I thought I had Arsenal winning every game, and then I mustn't have. I must have had them trip up a couple of times.
Yeah.
But Newcastle hung on to 4th. Liverpool pipped Tottenham to 5th. I think that's possibly likely to happen.
You hope.
Yeah.
I'm not sure West Ham are going to go down, to be honest, but clearly.
It's all about the running.
Who's next? Liam Crippy. Who wants to go next?
Just throw one up and let Andy guess who's who.
Yeah, let's guess. Yeah, that's a good shout. Don't say who it is.
Crippy will just stay quiet.
Right, so this one we've got City beating Arsenal again by a point this time. Newcastle missing out on the top 4, missing out on the top 5. You lads are bastards.
That's Crippy's, that is.
It is Crippy's.
Look at Villa.
The draws column. Villa going 9th, yeah. That's a bit of a giveaway.
But I'll take that.
Do that again, Crippy. That is genius. Peeking around the side of the table there. Oh, that is brilliant. Where the fucking hell's Everton? 15th, Leeds 12th. There's a lot up there. People going for Leeds up there.
Yeah. It must be the running you've got. It must be the running. I must have had Newcastle to do some games. Liam's got Newcastle in there.
Yeah, Liam's a good lad. I've always liked Liam. He's got West Ham going down as well. Have I put my own table away? No, definitely not.
No, that's.
I've got Newcastle winning 4 less games than Liam has. What have I been doing?
Eating biscuit.
I wish I was.
Crumbs on the keyboard.
You've got Everton to beat the drop, but you haven't got a lot of faith in them there, mate.
Yeah. I think I had this to lose last game of the season to Bournemouth. That's why. Given that false hope for no reason.
Leeds 13th, Villa 11th.
But again, I did have us to lose on the weekend to Chelsea. So.
Oh yeah, because this is a week old, isn't it?
Yeah, so give us that extra point on the 14th. I'll take
that. Yeah, so this one's not as accurate as the others, but
got City to beat Arsenal. Pip Arsenal.
City, Pip and Arsenal, 3 of 4 have got that, so that could happen. I think.
Wait, did I have that as well?
I didn't realise it was that close.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, it's only Andy had Arsenal winning the league. Not bad. That's the Bournemouth Leeds to go down.
Get out.
It's funny because obviously we think that if we think Arsenal might pip City, but then when you look at the results, we all think the results are going to go a certain pattern that is going to see City topple them. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously, City got Liverpool this weekend. This is away games, isn't it?
I think it's because Arsenal still have to play Liverpool, and they always just get turned over.
Oh, Bash has made a bold statement there. He's not sure Man United will finish third.
Look at the table.
I mean, if you look at that form table that we had up before,
they've got 2 games in hand there, haven't they, Man United? So they'll pull away.
Games, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they'll pull away.
Form at the minute: draw, lose, win, draw. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing.
Yeah, it's no worse than Tottenham's or Newcastle's or Liverpool's. So I can't see them getting caught.
Yeah. It was weird doing that prediction though, because obviously you're doing it based on how you're feeling on the day, and there's no scope for guessing what somebody's form's going to be like in a few weeks.
Exactly.
You don't know. You don't know, like about injuries either. Do you? Someone could lose someone barely. Do you know what I mean? Barely.
Yeah.
Star strikers could be out or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't know, do you? So it's all guesswork.
Everyone.
And you know what?
We did, yeah.
You know, there's going to be Arsenal, Man City are going to drop points at home again as well that we haven't backed. Like they're going to have one dodgy result that's going to either turn the table on its head or see Arsenal pull away. So
yeah, triple on a stupid team. I think I did try and incorporate 1 or 2 of those daft results in there. It's not the title actually.
10 games to go. It's going to be 1.
I miss it already.
One thing for certain, it's going to be close anyway. It's going to be close at both ends, I think.
Kevin's gone Arsenal, City, United, Spurs, Newcastle, Liverpool. Ooh. He's not even backing his own team to hit the top 4.
Yeah.
God damn.
How many of us have Newcastle in our top 4s?
Just me.
I did.
And Liam, not me and Liam. Yeah, you 2 could fuck off. You're not coming back on next week. Oh man, it's 50, not even 50 minutes, and we've ran out of everything on the list. So
I've got a few questions then, going off of those tables that we've gone for. So, if the league ended today, who's your manager of the year?
If the league ends today,
all three managers of the year, and give us reasons why.
De Zerbi, Brighton manager.
Yeah, De Zerbi.
That was the one I was going to say as well. He's got to be on that list.
Silva.
Then Arteta. Silva, yeah.
Silva's a good shout.
Yeah, probably Arteta.
Yeah, it's going to start Arteta, Eddie, De Zerbi. Yeah, so top 3. What's your top 3, boys? And then we'll go in a circle kind of thing.
I think we've just said it there. It was Arteta, and Silva.
How? Silva? I'm putting How above Silva.
Yeah, would you? I don't know if I'm just trying not to be biased, but...
Nah, I got it. 3 defeats. No one had Newcastle in the top 6. We all knew they'd be all right. No one had
best defence in the league and 3 defeats. Yeah, that's pretty...
Yeah, he's got to be in. They picked up points in the big teams. Yeah, he deserves in there. He deserves to be in there. Arteta and De Zerbi, yeah. Brighton is how Brighton have done this season's a miracle because of like I say, they lost their manager, lost 2 of their key players, Bissouma and Cucurella, and yet they're still 7th, having spent a third of what they made in transfers. So fair play to them.
They've got a knack of getting good players, haven't they?
They've got Southampton's knack for scouting there right now. And Southampton can't buy any good fucking players. They're actually being shite.
Kev's gone with that. If Newcastle finish top 4, how a very, very close second. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Who's yours then, Liam?
I was with Zebri and Silva, and then it all depends if Arsenal win the league.
Yeah.
And even if they don't, to go from all the shit that he's got over the years since he's took over Arsenal to getting them that close.
Yeah, he gets it.
It's really impressive.
It's a classic example of giving a manager time, though, isn't it? Rather than just pulling the trigger all the time and getting rid of people.
Absolutely, back the process.
Yeah.
But then I'd also throw in, if Forest stay up like Steve Cooper, granted they spent like 70 odd players, but he's had to use those 70 odd players.
He could be defeated by a splash of pepper, though, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
The Baron of Bacon for the fourth like suggested he out. Yeah, he should have got that last season for sure. Baron of Bacon being Steve Bruce, obviously. This is going back to Bash's question. How many goals?
He'll break the record.
He's going to, isn't he?
Yeah.
What,
City got something to fight for. So like
which record could be?
Andy Cole's.
Let's come on.
No, not the record. With Dixie Dean's the boy, but the Premier League one, Andy Cole in 94, 34 goals or 36 goals. I think it was 34 goals.
Fucking mad. Unless Keane makes a comeback in his career like his dad.
That's it. You say like the predictions. What if he was to get injured? I know City are different; they could just chuck anyone in. But if he was to get injured now and be out for the season,
well, the reality is he was injury prone at Dortmund. He was always injured at Dortmund. He missed so many games because of it. But at City, they've worked so hard on his conditioning. Even when he went on international duty, they had someone follow him around and make sure he's eating right and whatever. So it's like bloody hell, man. I feel sorry for the guy. No wonder he's a football
I've not seen any TikToks of him running through like the Swiss Alps or anything recently.
Anyone unhappy or unhappy international fixes? Yeah, I think we're all agreed that.
Yeah, they're all international.
All the players are bottling it, aren't they? All the England players are dipping out anyway. They don't fancy it.
Yeah, couldn't give a shit. I mean, I didn't even realise it was Euro qualifiers. I thought it was just shitty friendlies.
I thought it was friendlies. Yeah, me too.
It's Euro qualifiers, so it does actually mean something.
But it's like England are playing Italy out there first game.
Apparently, yeah. Again, I didn't know until.
I'm only going to watch it to see if Nanto's playing.
Yeah, couldn't give a shit.
It's interesting that Ben White didn't make the squad, isn't it? It's like clearly there's been a fight there, hasn't there? And it's like they're not going to go back.
There's a lot of players that made the squad and didn't. Like I've already mentioned Tony, but Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips, my God, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'll let Maguire off, but Calvin Phillips, no. He's literally all season he's been bench fodder. Getting 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, if at best.
I think he knew that when he left, though. There's no way he's going to oust Rodri out of that position, is there? There's absolutely no chance.
No. I think he thought he'd play more than he has done.
Yeah, he must have thought, I've got a chance here.
But he said he's been injured as well. He's had injuries, so it's like he wasn't playing well. Then Guardiola had to go at his weight, didn't he? He came back and he put on some weight, and then Guardiola had to go at him. And then
he's like it for Leeds, though. Like, we sold him at 27. I think he was 27 when he left. He's had two really long injuries. So we did good for getting that price for him, to be fair.
You got 60 mil, didn't you? 50 mil or something?
Yeah, about 50 million, yeah.
That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all.
Do you want to guess at how many Premier League minutes Calvin Phillips has under his belt this season?
54.
200.
Liam, any advance on 200? What was it, 54 you said?
54.
I'm going to go with Crippy's favourite number.
What, 1-1?
No, 69.
69!
Andy was very close. 56 according to Transfer Market.
Jeez. Yeah. I thought Andy
And
had
he's been picked
Bloody
56 minutes in 5 appearances in the Premier League this season.
Wow.
And he's
I
been
read something the other day. It said 54 online. It said 54, so they weren't far off.
Bloody hell.
They were wrong.
Can you tell me how many minutes Dan Jim has played for Tottenham since he joined them in January?
I can probably say that without looking it up. I'm going to go 0.
Yeah.
It's, 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Well, he needs to give his agent a rise, doesn't he? To pay a rise.
Where's it?
To be fair to Pep, though, he got sick of all his squad players because like, we're having a shit start to the season here. I'm not going to give people a run out for the sake of it now. You're just not going to play. So that's what he's done. He's not making subs. He's saying, I'm sticking with the ones I trust, and that's it. So Phillips, I think they signed that Perone as well, Cole Palmer, Sergio Gomez. None of those have got a sniff in ages because Pep's just sick of them. He's not going to bother, kowtowing to giving the players on the periphery anytime because they've just not been good enough. So Phillips is going to have to buck his ideas up to stay in that team next season.
Cole Palmer's a good player. I watched him against Leeds under 23s last season. He's a good
handy,
player.
Yeah. He is, yeah. He'll be good. He'll be a slow burner when it comes to getting more opportunities because he hasn't played much in the Premier League, but he'll get some game time in the Cups.
Yeah.
Kev saying at the start of the season, did anyone think that Arsenal would be top in March?
No chance.
Top 4 would have been a miracle for them, wouldn't it? I think most people would have said.
Yeah, top 4
even that was
an achievement.
Just before,
it's just something we covered earlier on.
Yeah.
Yourself back in time, lad.
Just before we go, I want to have if anyone had saw the Rod on Saturday, the build up to it.
No.
Did anybody see what happened?
The foul on Traore, yeah.
With a pull on Traore, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't enough for me.
Richie, all right, Richie San. I'm guessing that was also Richie, his Facebook user.
Facebook users back.
Foul on Traore? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he got the ball and he sort of was on one of them massive runs, what he does, and he went to take the ball round Rocker. Rocker fell over and grabbed hold of his shirt. And it was literally he just stopped. It was like the littlest tug you've ever seen on anybody's shirt. And considering the size of him, and then he lost the ball to Somerville, and he fed Rodrigo, and Rodrigo scored. And then they went to VAR and checked it, and the ref said, "Yeah, play on. There's no foul."
Nice.
And that's why Mateus Nunes got sent off because of his reaction. Because he's like,
they stopped. Yeah, I just saw it. They stopped, didn't they, Andy? Sorry, Liam.
Yeah,
they stopped. I just saw that.
Like for a tug on the shirt, but I was just wondering what you lot thought about someone that size, with someone just tugging your shirt could actually stop you from running.
Part man,
I think it's
tree.
I do think that shouldn't have been given. It's a clear tug. I think it should have been disallowed. Yeah, it's a clear tug. Even though you can say, he's strong enough to fight it off. It is a clear gaining an advantage by yanking the old shirt.
But somebody who's probably about 35 stone.
Look at Drogba. Look how many fouls he won in the box and the size of that man. He went down like a sack of spuds, wouldn't he?
Traore, though, we always called him Dan James of a Pure Gym membership. But I just obviously, like say, Liam's on the same boat as me. I think it should have been play on, play to the whistle, don't you?
Yeah, you should do. You should do.
There wasn't enough contact to just stop like that. And
no, I agree.
He should. The foul's not been given. Then he should sprint back because he probably would have caught him.
Yeah,
exactly.
But at the same time, it was right in front of the fourth official who could see. Yes, it was the smallest of shirt tugs, but 9 times out of 10 they're giving us a free kick, and that's why he should have stopped expecting the foul and gone, right, we'll take this. But
the funniest part of that whole incident, though, if you watch it again, they go to VAR. Then when the referee gives it, just watch Traore's face. I was literally on the floor. It was so funny.
I'm totally watching that after this. But yeah, like you said, you play to the whistle, and the fourth official doesn't have a whistle, so you don't stop. Because
he stops and loses it. He gets the ball back and loses it again. So it's like, Charlie, if you just kicked it out and then argued afterwards.
Somerville gets the ball off him, so 4'2", Somerville wins the ball off him afterwards as well. Just think you've got to be stronger than that, surely, the size of him.
We need to speak about Southampton's penalty, though.
Oh, the taking of it or the awarding of it?
the awarding.
Right. Well, Fernandez played the most minutes in all league, including goalkeeper. Really?
Oh, that the Man United defender, Sandro Fernandez. I'm assuming. No, Martinez. What am I on about? Ignore me. What the hell am I talking about?
What are you talking about?
He needs his biscuits.
Yeah, I need my biscuits.
Because he didn't have his cup of tea. He's caffeine deficient.
And then Ash was drinking his mug, like trying to mug me off. I saw you, Ash. Don't think I didn't see that. He had his mug out. He was. I swear there's nothing in it as well.
There's definitely nothing in it. Right, so the Southampton penalty before we go. Discuss.
Yeah. Well, have you seen it?
I think I only saw the actual penalty. I didn't see the awarding of.
Oh, wait. Come on. Have you seen Andy?
My weekend was finished on Friday. Newcastle played on Friday. I didn't give a shit about it.
Have you seen it, Andy?
Do you know what? I watched Match Today, but I fell asleep on the couch after the Leeds game, so I didn't see much of the action this weekend.
Have you seen it?
Keep talking, and I can say yes in 2 minutes.
He'll see it now.
Keep talking.
It's never
last minute
in a million years. The last minute of the game.
What was the
situation? Tottenham 3-1 up and then blowing it 3-3. The corner or free kick, the ball gets cleared away.
Yeah, corner.
Yes, I did see it. Yeah,
goes in front of the player, gets kicked.
Is it Sarr goes to kick it?
Yeah.
Niles just, I don't know, turns into what's her face off the Titanic.
Nowhere near him. But the kick goes away from his body, doesn't it? Doesn't touch him at all.
And referees give it after VAR.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Another prime example.
That point could be the difference of Southampton staying up or going down, and Tottenham losing out on top 4, 5, 6, whatever it is.
Yeah,
Ash doesn't mind. Liam minds, but Ash doesn't.
But this is what I was saying about the one on Friday, because as you can imagine, I wrote about that incident quite a few times at the weekend. But if Elliot Anderson's goal was disallowed and Newcastle didn't get that penalty in the last minute, the knock-on effect that decision could have had come the end of the season, like Forest could have stayed up by a point and put Everton or Leeds down, they'd have been fucking hell to pay. Newcastle miss out on Champions League by a point, hell to pay. It's like, it's all right making these fucking little stupid mistakes every now and then, but when they're that blatant and they can be that easily avoided, and the sort of effect it can have on the rest of the league, they need to get this shit together, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, agreed. Every week, isn't it? There's always a few that we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't name this podcast. I think it's all over for no reason. We could watch everyone else in the Premier League struggle. He's like slowly becoming our Haaland. I wouldn't go that far, but he's pretty fucking good. He should have a hell of a season next year.
Yeah.
Anyway, we still managed to gan over an hour, and we had nothing to talk about and no scores to do. So I think we've done ourselves proud, don't you? Like, yeah, we should go now. Let everyone get on with their lives.
I'm looking forward to watching this one back. The first 2 minutes were absolute gold.
Technical difficulties. Crippy doesn't know where he is. Brilliant stuff.
I think my internet cut off as well, didn't it? So absolutely fantastic.
Yep, it was just genius all around. Also next week we'll be back again 8:00. God knows what we're going to talk about, because we're not talking about international horse shit. So hopefully
maybe a 10-minute pod.
Nah, Tottenham will give us plenty. Still got a manager to sack and one to bring in yet. Oh, thanks, Mark. Thanks for that. I'll see you tomorrow on your podcast, because I'm cheating on you tomorrow.
We come first.
Anyway,
is coming back.
This one comes first.
I don't think they broadcast on Facebook, so. Right, boys. I'll catch you next week. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. And if you have watched on YouTube, hit those like buttons, share buttons, subscribe buttons. Feed that algorithm. It just remains for me to say that immortal line, they think it's all over. It is now. Ciao.